What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Chris Style. You are tuned in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 170. This is the Kansas City Chiefs versus Baltimore Ravens AFC Championship title game preview. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to get into. So let's get to it. Let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to warn him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Chris Style, out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
And we are back. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 170. Kansas City Chiefs versus Baltimore Ravens. AFC Championship title game preview. DJ Ant, what's going on?
We're here. Let's get to it. ain't no bother. Just cut to the chase.
For sure. And then I got my guy Wild Card Mar back up in here. What's going on, Mar?
Yes, sir. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. Let's get this dub. Chiefs Kingdom, let's go.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get to it, man. I want to kick this off with the disrespect. Because there's real disrespect out here. Look, I get it. The offense didn't look like the Kansas City Chiefs offense all season. We wasn't putting up 30 and 40 points. But the disrespect on the Chiefs defense, it's been one of the better defenses in the league all season. I'm still trying to figure out why Spags ain't up for coordinator of the year. Do you see what he did? This defense, he turned this defense into a top-tier defense. And he's not even acknowledged. Not one nomination. L'Jarius Sneed, probably the best corner that didn't get a turnover this year. Or didn't get a whole bunch of turnovers this year. But he locked down number one wide receivers all season. Didn't get an all-pro. Our defensive line was second in sacks this year with 57, right behind the Ravens. We had 61.
That's back to back. I think they were second in sacks last year.
Behind the Eagles,
yeah. Consistent.
So the disrespect. I saw somebody tweet last night. Don't compare the Chiefs defense to our Ravens defense because it's not the same. Well, I just want to ask a question. Who would you rather have, Chris Jones or what's the dude name? And BK?
In the Nigerian brother, I don't know.
Yeah. I know he had 13 and a half. And I'm happy for the brother. Good job.
Yeah. Clap it up for him. Yeah.
Good job. Chris been doing that.
Ben.
You said 13 and a half?
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Jones played 2 games less?
Exactly. He had 10 and a half sacks.
Mm-hmm.
George Karlaftis. Who'd you rather have, George Karlaftis or Jadeveon Clowney?
Wait, you talking about underachieving Jadeveon Clowney?
And this was his best season of his career this year.
Give me the Greek freak, bro. Come on.
Karlaftis in year 2. He in year 2, so that's not debatable.
Okay. Now, they might got us at linebacker. You would take Roquan Smith over Nick Bolton. We love Nick Bolton, but you would take Roquan over Nick Bolton. I would. I'm just keep it real.
Well, that's what Baltimore known for anyway. They always got a killer linebacker.
Willie Gay and I think Patrick Queen kind of wash each other out. Yeah, that's a wash to me. Now let's go to the secondary. L'Jarius Sneed, and I like Marlon Humphrey. He's a good corner, but I'm taking L'Jarius Sneed, bro.
The stats. Just look at the stats.
I'm taking L'Jarius.
Against
who's their second
number
Ronald,
ones?
Who's their second corner? Ronald Darby.
I don't even know, bro. To be honest,
Give me Trent. Give me Trent.
yeah. Give me Trent.
Now they might got us with Kyle Hamilton
Yeah,
over
yeah.
Reed.
I ain't gonna debate that. No, if anybody in Chiefs Kingdom debate that, I'm a drug test you.
Yeah, Justin Reed, and that's Kyle Hamilton. But my point is, it's even, man. It's close. These defenses are close. We're not gonna do that and act like our defense is not up there with the Ravens' defense. Now, offensively, they've been a lot better because they're more consistent. But I can argue that their weapons is not that far off better than ours.
Isn't it kind of washed? But isn't it kind of washed anyway to kind of compare the defenses? Because didn't they play a second place schedule?
Who?
The Ravens didn't they play a second place schedule?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I mean, playing first place schedule. I mean, pretty much all the first place teams pretty much stay consistent. So when you talk about first place schedule to a second place schedule, and then I mean, you could arguably say that the Ravens they caught some breaks with their second place schedule because some of that I know that kind of got mixed up. So for them to say it's not even close, that's kind of a stretch. And statistically, even if you want to talk about as far as the points allowed, I mean, some of that actually is attributed to more so because the Chiefs turned the ball over and on their own side of the ball, on the side of the field, and for them to hold up 3. I mean, let's look at that.
Mm.
That'll tell a different story.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Hey,
but it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I think people need to stop with the hate because I get it. I mean, Chiefs been playing the first place schedule for the last 7 years. Oops, next year it'll be 8 because it's 8 division crowns in a row. So I mean, you're playing top tier competition year in and year out. So if there's anybody built for this, man, it's a team in Kansas City, Missouri that is built for playing top competition. I mean, look, I get it. I mean, we were talking about it off air. I'm just gonna be real with y'all folks. Peoples, I get it. Y'all hate winners. Y'all love losers. I never understood this. Why people have the mental capacity only big enough to love losers instead of recreating. Hey man, why don't I try to? Maybe I should try to do what the winners are doing, and I might be a winner too. But no, I'm just gonna hate. I'm just gonna, love being a loser, losing ass mentality, bro. It's almost as bad as crab in the barrel mentality. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's why everybody loved the Detroit story. I mean, granted, they are a good team. I'll give them that. Detroit is a good team up there up in the north. And if you would have told me they were going to get this far, I mean, I thought that would have been a little bit of a stretch. But hey, it is what it is. But something got to work out for Detroit. I mean, let's see. I mean, I ain't counting Michigan because technically they Ann Arbor. So let's throw that out the boat. Forget that. Forget about that. So the Detroit Tigers suck. The Detroit Pistons, they lost like 20 some odd straight in the NBA.
I think like the worst team in the league.
No, Spurs got that. but it kind of cancels out. I mean, something got to suck when something is good, right? I mean, Detroit Lions football is good. I mean, the rest got to be bad. So, like I said, ain't no consistency.
I get it. We used to hate the Patriots the same way. We got tired of the Patriots. But we respected the Patriots because we wanted to be like the Patriots. We wanted to win.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? We wanted to win. We may not care for them. We didn't like the way they did things. They were kind of snooty. They were just
Well, that's because with the Patriots, the difference is that though is like there's so much speculation behind everything. There's a gate behind everything that we pretty much talked about. Deflate gate and spy gate and choke gate. That's it.
The tuck rule was what set it off.
The tuck rule.
Oh my god!
I mean, there isn't that kind of drama when you're talking about. I mean, the only drama you're gonna get in Kansas City is just more so with just contracts. That's about it. But other than that, you ain't hearing that talk. But it's just people gonna be selective as far as what they want to do, what they want to talk about, what they want to hate. But like you were talking about before, people just hate to see people succeed. That's just the way it is. It's funny how that translates when you get older and everything. When you're a kid and everything, you talk to cheer and back up. You play the little rock paper scissors rules game, and then you're supposed to back them up after you lose to them and stuff like that. No, that don't happen. It's kind of like the same thing where even I saw this on Twitter too, where so one of the guys was asking about was like who the Bengals should root for and stuff like that, and they sitting there talking about we just hate the Chiefs simply because of the Chiefs, but the Ravens the one that took their quarterback out basically, and they were the one cheering for him. So, like I said, it is what it is.
That team that doesn't matter.
I mean, dude. I mean, they with the rest. They with the other 28 teams, so it really matter anyway. They got the same results as the Carolina Panthers, so it don't matter. Exactly. Carolina, Tampa, who cares?
They on the couch.
I mean, who cares?
And they just lost their offensive coordinator. So
they've been putting a dent in that couch because their season been over for so long, bro.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens though over there though.
Jamar Chase and Burrows, they on the couch, one sock on, one sock off. Dorito stains on the white tee right now.
But there is a couple receivers though I wouldn't mind having though. Just for the record,
I'll take T. Higgins, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll get him, but
I don't think so either.
I don't think we'll get him. But I would love T. Higgins.
But yeah, the Chiefs disrespect is real though. It's real. It's crazy.
And it's more so. It's also this disrespect that we think everybody just think, especially the national media. But Raven fans, I heard one on Kingdom Cast last night talking about they're gonna beat us 30 to 17. Ain't nobody put 30 on us yet.
Oh, you talking about the dude? You talking about the dude with the wild name that gave me a headache? So I had to log off.
Kicker, whatever his name is. I don't even want to know.
I saw Homeboy's picture. I'm like,
I
was like, yeah, he smoked hookah.
But even so, we talking about, Lamar Jackson, him being on the same level and stuff like that. Like, can we really say that even if he wins one, if they were to get past this and win a Super Bowl? I mean, the standard has been set kind of high. Show me somebody else. I mean, with the two Super Bowl MVPs, 2 MVPs, that's just the bottom line. Then you got to talk about 6 straight to the championship. I mean, the only comparison we should even be talking about is really between Mahomes, Montana, and Brady. That's about it. That's really where it should be down to. Because if Mahomes were to get past this and then win the Super Bowl,
he's past Manning. He's past Elway.
I think you got to put him in front of Montana at this point. This early in the career.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Montana did win 4 straight though.
He did win 4 straight, but not this. If they win this one, we can almost put in the expectancy of Mahomes probably win 5. I ain't trying to go full LeBron. I ain't trying to go full Heat mode. Talking about not 5, not 6, not 7. I ain't ready to have that conversation yet.
I don't go that far.
One at a time, though.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I remember this disrespect when we was going to the Super Bowl last year against the Eagles. Remember that disrespect? Remember they was acting like the Eagles was going to smoke us because that defensive line, they had 6 guys over 10 sacks. They're going to get to Mahomes. And we put 38 on that ass.
And they didn't get not 1 sack.
They blamed the field.
They played the game that they wanted to. I mean, I told you, even as we dissected that game went exactly how the season went. It's about even in the first, and then they would take off in the second quarter. They did it. They've been doing that all season long. The problem was they couldn't handle the second half because the Chiefs were playing their style of play in the second half of that game. It's pretty much the exact same way. Can't stand behind the enemy line show like that Maul dude on there.
What dude? What Maul dude?
Keep talking about it is what it is, though. So, somebody got to paint a negative narrative somewhere to make somebody else better and they the worse. And, the talks are out there. The Chiefs have where everybody else has a better roster from top to bottom, Now, here's the thing, though. The bottom line is they're still there. You can still make the same case about Detroit and everything. They ain't supposed to be there. They had a mediocre defense and all this other stuff, X, Y, Z. And you can make the same case. But every last one of these teams you could rip apart about something. Even the Ravens too. They're not exempt. But it's cool though. That's why I'm at the point like just give me the Sunday. Just get the Sunday.
I can't wait, bro.
Oh, my boy Maul, yeah, for sure.
I can't wait, man. I just can't wait, man. It's because it's like, how y'all expect a team that ain't never nobody? We didn't face them all to put up 30 points. How the hell y'all got this ridiculous thing? But first of all, we talking about, and I love Lamar, but we talking about a dude that can't throw more than 200 yards a game. We talking about a dude that hey, if we stop this run game, let's. And I don't want to get too far deep off in the show. Obviously, we got to break this and dissect this down. But hey, man, you shut down. I saw the quote what Chris Jones said, man. If we make this dude pass, man, we might. I'm paraphrasing. He was like, bro, we might do something deadly to these boys. We might blank them out. I'm paraphrasing, but he said something to the effect, man. Hey, I'd rather have Lamar Jackson back there throwing 40 times.
Mm-hmm. And if he get us, he get us. But I take my chances with these corners, this secondary. Take my chances.
Take my chances, because I think for me the biggest disrespect is on the defensive side. Y'all not gonna sit here and act like the Ravens defense is so far and above and beyond better than the Chiefs. If you look at the rushing stats that the Chiefs and the Ravens will get up, it's only a difference maybe like 10, 11 yards.
Yeah,
you
can run on them.
Yeah, hey, you looking at the passing yards? We got them beat on that. You looking at the total points? You talking about what, half a point?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about total yards? We got them beat. And look at it, all the categories. We right there, if not above the Ravens. And that's why I can't stand when these media heads be talking all this bullshit and these fools that regurgitate it and be like, these fools is selling you lies and you silly enough to believe it and just regurgitate it. Like. Look at use your eyes. We talking about a Super Bowl caliber defense in Kansas City and Baltimore. They're near neck and neck. Don't disrespect Spags in his defense like that. Come on, man. First of all, you see these two banners right here? They won those Super Bowls with middle of the road defenses.
Yep.
Middle of the road.
Almost went to one with one of the worst defenses in history.
Close.
Tell him if 5-5 wasn't offsides.
Talk to him, dog.
If they would have changed the overtime rule before then.
Yeah.
So miss me with this. Oh, you ain't got a chance. Okay, all right. Lamar ain't faced no. Come on, man, stop.
Man. I'm like,
no.
When are y'all gonna learn? Man? There ain't no defense that Patrick Mahomes ain't seen.
No. He goes against this defensive practice every day. You think he ain't ready for y'all? He's going up against a Super Bowl caliber defense in practice. Practice? Yes, we talk about practice. He's going up against them every day. So he's conditioned to seeing all kind of crazy stuff from Spags.
Mm-hmm.
He's conditioned to seeing quality, elite defense. If you trying to tell me he ain't ready for y'all, boy, y'all smoking Tuka, K2, sprinkling some little crack on that, whatever y'all doing, y'all is on some other stuff. Because I need to question y'all football intelligence at this point. If y'all really counting this Chiefs team out like they ain't got no chance, this is crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Green Reaper.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about the injury report. That's the big thing.
I ain't about that.
Joe Tooney's out for this game. Of course, Sky Moore and them, they out, but whatever. Willie Gay is questionable. Isaiah Pacheco's questionable, but I think those two are playing. Mike Edwards is questionable too, but I think he's going to play too. As far as the Joe Tooney injury, it's a blow. Don't get it twisted. He's probably the best offensive lineman we got. He's an all-pro, and it can't be stated. You know what I'm saying? He's probably the best guard in the league right now. But I'm not too worried because Nick Allegretti has started in games. He's been in playoff games. He's played in the Super Bowl. Um, he knows his off. He's been in this offense for 5 years now. So um, I'm not gonna get too worried. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're gonna go after Nick. They're definitely gonna go after Nick. They're gonna slide MBK, whatever his name is, on his side, and they're gonna test him. So it's gonna be interesting to see if they chip, they help him out a little bit, especially him and Donovan Smith.
Mm.
Um, even though shout out to Donovan Smith, he's played these past 2 games. He's played some really
Solid.
good football, really solid football. Him and Jawan Taylor. But I'm not too concerned with Nick Allegretti. He actually came in the fourth quarter in the Bills game, and nobody even noticed that Tooney was gone. So I'm not gonna get too worried. I'm more so concerned with the Willie Gay injury. That's who we need to be concerned with because that's who's going to be spying Lamar Jackson. And if he's hurt and they got Darius Harris out there, it's going to be a long. It's going to be a long day.
Boy.
Even so, but even if that was the case, though, realistically, a lot of these starters are going to be playing more extended minutes because this game is probably this is almost dang near more important than the Super Bowl, realistically, because of the magnitude and all that's on the line and what they do. You're going to see snap counts are going to be going up for a lot of these normal starters. As you alluded to, with Tooney being out, this is where experience comes into play. You're talking about, on both sides of the ball, you got key players. They've been here. They've been there before. So they're going to make the most of that, knowing how to utilize that to their advantage. And you're talking about the other side with the Ravens. They ain't touched the AFC Championship Game in how many years? I know this is Lamar's first, so that's what's going to factor up against. I think that's going to factor against them. Sometimes
a few of these players first, so it ain't just Lamar. There's a few of these players first.
Ravens ain't been there since 2012.
Yeah, so it's going to take some time to settle in. I mean, they got the right coach. The only person really that you can think of that's been there is Tucker, I believe. He's probably the only one. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Marlon Humphreys was there. So,
no.
yeah.
But that's gonna be the memo to use that experience. It's like the only difference is that we're changing scenes. It's like instead of being at Arrowhead, we're up in Baltimore. That's the only thing. So I mean, they gotta use that to their advantage. They'll know how to deal with the elements. I mean, it's nothing foreign. They've dealt with the cold elements. I'm not sure what the game time temperature is going to be, but it's going to be football. It's not going to be cold as Kansas City.
That's what I say. If it ain't nothing like that Miami game, they ain't worried. You saw how comfortable they was in that weather. So anything higher than that is like cake to them. It's like a sunny day. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even cap, dog. It's been like 37 out here, 38. That's been a heat wave for us because that's how cold it's been for the last few weeks. So, hey man, when it comes to the injuries, I'm with you on that, Chris. Because when I first saw Tooney, I was like, ooh, I'm more worried about pass protection with him being gone. But here's what I love about Allegretti being in is that hopefully it'll force Andy to stick with the run.
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, it's 2 games that I point out, and Joe kind of alluded to it when Cleveland Browns and the Rams, when they came to M&T in the Bank,
they ran all over them. I watched that Rams game. I watched their Rams games. I sat there and watched them, and Kerwin Williams was running all over them. Puka Nacua was getting wide open on them.
That second quarter got away from him real quick. I was like, here's a recipe right here.
That's exactly because I got the NFL Plus app, so I was like, man, let me look at this Browns game. Let me look at this Rams game, and what can I compare, and what can I think that the Chiefs could do to exploit it? So when you got the Allegretti injury, run the ball like straight up because Cleveland and the Rams put 3 wide receivers and a tight end on the field, single back, and they stuck with it. It was a matter of fact, the Rams' first drive, all they did was run the ball.
All they did. I remember that drive because I got mad because then when they got to the red zone, they wanted to pass, and
Yeah,
I'm like, Sean, what you doing, man? Just give it
yeah,
to
what you doing?
Kerr Williams.
Curran Williams was eating them up. And if you trying to tell me that Curran Williams and Pacheco can't produce the same output, y'all crazy.
Yeah.
So I know they want to look at the injury report, but Allegretti, like you said, to your credit, Chris, the man, I didn't even notice that Tooney was out. And I was like, wait, 73. I was like, yo, where the hell Joe at? And I was like, oh, I was like, damn. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, Allegretti was doing his thing then. Like you said, I didn't
He
even
was
know.
mauling people, knocking them down. Like he got a little nastiness to him too. Like that's why I said, like, of course, you want Tooney out there. Like, hopefully, if we make it to the Super Bowl, definitely you want him in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the drop off is so significant to where we're gonna be like, God damn, man.
Yeah.
If we had Tooney, like it ain't gonna be like the Super Bowl against Tampa, where Mahomes is just running for his life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be like that. And I think they're gonna chip. They're gonna do enough to slow down that pass rush on the Ravens. And it's not like the Ravens pass rush is like crazy. Like, MBK and Jadeveon Clowney, they're cool. They get pressure, but it's not like, oh man, we got to watch out for these boys.
I just saw it somewhere on Twitter. What I can't remember the guy that does all the analytics. He was like, yo, they may lead the league in sacks. They 22nd in pressures. So it's like, all right, yeah, you can. Pretty much what that's telling me is if we just hold up and give Mahomes just another second, all right, you already know what's up. If he get another second and start picking you off, it's gonna look like Duck Hunt in that bitch. Pew, pew. They better chill out, man.
And even on the other side, and this is what I think is going to come back. I got a feeling it's going to come back to haunt Lamar. And everybody's picking these high scoring, ridiculous numbers. I don't see it that way for a number of reasons, especially when I look at two key games. I end up watching going back and watching some of the games that they lost, like how they lost to the Colts and how they lost to Pittsburgh. I threw out that last one. There ain't no point in even looking at it. But when pressure got to Lamar Jackson, he got sacked in all the losses they had. He got sacked at least 3 times. So you talking about it's like this team, this defense is like if you're telling me that they're not going to get to Lamar Jackson, I mean you got to just pretty much they got to have that discipline, to contain. That's going to be the business. That's just typical business how it is dealing with Lamar Jackson. However, this is where I think is going to go wrong. Mark Andrews, he's a nice.
Hold on, Ant. Hold that thought. Let's wait till we get to that part when we breaking down offenses and defenses.
Okay.
But I just wanted to talk about the injury part. Let's talk about Chris Jones real quick. Because if Chris Jones
pay that man.
If he gets to a Super Bowl, if he gets to a Super Bowl, he gets $1 million if he gets to the Super Bowl. Now we saw how he was in that last game.
That regular season.
He was on Stick's ass. He was trying to kill Stick.
He was on him.
And Stick just kept on being elusive. Now, Lamar Jackson he's way more elusive than Stick. But I expect Chris Jones to be revved up. Hopefully he plays within the defense. But also, I feel like Chris is going to try to get his he going to do everything in his power to get to the Super Bowl.
Look, here's the thing about that. Even with that situation that you pointed that out, though, this is key. One, when he was trying to get that sack, not all the stars were in, so we got to consider that. Number 2, the energy that came up after that, and truth be told, the Chiefs probably don't. I mean, although it was a meaningless game, they don't win that last game if you don't get that sack. That's what I believe. I just believe that they lay down and field goal, whatever. But there was a whole different bolster energy ever since that happened. So they were bouncing around. Like the energy was revved up, back in the sidelines. We're starting to see that again. That was something that had been lacking throughout the regular season. So, I mean, if he gets it early, it could be a long day. And this is all part of our prediction we're going to talk about later. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
But pay that.
Let's get into some of the key players. Who do y'all feel are key players in this game? I'll start with you, Mar.
Oh man. I mean, I'm actually gonna go with Allegretti because I want to see what I have faith that he can help in the run game and because he's physical, he's a mauler, he
Mm-hmm.
loves to get after it. I need to see can he hold up against that pass rush and against that front four, for 60 minutes. Because when you replacing Joe, that you talking about all pro pass protector, man, and Mahomes loves stepping up in that pocket. And he knows that left side is going to be clear because Joe's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I need Allegretti to make sure that left side is clear when Pat steps up in that pocket. So I think he needs to play a key role in the pass protection. I'm not worried about it in the run protection. He'll get after it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
on the defensive side, uh, I know for a fact that Karlaftis, Chris Jones, like you just alluded, he got some incentives to play his best, so they're gonna show up. That's not the issue. Um, there was some times last week against Buffalo where Charles Omenihu was out of position a couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
and I need him to be in position this week because he was just like literally like fingertips away from taking Josh Allen down. I need him to be. I need him to set the edge this week for sure because Josh Allen ain't got Lamar's speed. And
No.
if you don't set that edge, boy, we got a problem.
All I remember is Alex Okafor.
Oh man! Oh my gosh! Please don't remind me of 2018, dog. Don't do that.
Alex Okafor.
Oh my
Lamar
god!
Jackson. Now we was winning like 30 to but Lamar Jackson put the dips on him and buckled him.
He buckled. Dog. That was like, oh, I was like, oh, yeah. Go back to that tape.
Watch that.
Study it. Don't let that be you. Because just we got to understand, man. If you control the edge, set the edge, it pushes everything back to the rest of your squad. That's football fundamentals. So I'm looking for Allegretti to do his thing on offense and pass pro. I'm looking for Hugh to set the edge on defense. And I think if those two players do what they do, all the other players that we've been counting on this year on defense and offense, they do their job. So
what you got, Ant?
Offense, Kelsey got to open up stuff. He got to open it up for these receivers. I mean, we know what they can do with their run defense. That's no secret. That's a given. But with Kelsey, he has the ability to draw so much attention that it's going to force one of these other receivers to step up. And I would not be surprised at all if you saw an even better performance going into this week. I mean, granted, some of the names that we don't like. This could be one of those players we might see them catch. MVS might catch him off guard. We saw it happen twice last week. He had a big AFC Championship game last year. Nobody saw that coming, but we can't rule it out. Even with Watson, who knows? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him go off and everything. He have an unexpected game. I think with this secondary, I think they can be had. I think they can. I think they're going to get caught napping on the deep ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they got caught napping once or twice. So Kelsey's got to open it up for these receivers and give them a chance, to give them something more to think about. Is he going to draw attention? Naturally, absolutely, but he's got to have the game of his life. I mean, he had that cool touchdown 75. He got himself going early last week, and then he kind of, I don't want to say fell off because he was still instrumental into the second half. Obviously, he got that score and whatnot, but he's got to have the performance of his career. Defensive side, Bolton, get your respect, dog. And here's why. The talk pretty much, as far as with the defense, has been about Roquan Smith. And don't get me wrong, he's probably the number one rated linebacker probably in the league. And then I had Fred Warner pretty close right behind him. But if you want to be in the conversation with them top three, this is probably your chance to get that respect. And even so, just looking at the defense, I'm not concerned about any of these receivers by any means. I'm not concerned with Bateman. I'm not concerned with OBJ if he hits the field once in a while, and if he don't get hurt. And I'm not concerned with Zay Flowers. But here's the thing about with Zay Flowers, though. in rookies. I really don't like rookies in these stages, in high stages, because sometimes they don't know what to expect. They tend to disappear, and that's part of my concerns as far as like another one of these rookie cases. Some of them step up, other ones sometimes the lights may be a little bit too bright and they're not ready. Even with this defense, I think they're going to be physical. I mean, the thing about in this league is that these receivers, they do not like physical corners, and that's exactly what you're going to get. I mean, McDuffie can hold his own, Snead can hold his own. I mean, he's going to show why he's an All-Pro. And whoever he travel, I mean, truth be told, I don't think he necessarily got to travel. I think the corners we got are more than capable to take on a match of whoever it is on the other side.
Yeah,
but that's going to shape some things up. If the defense does their job, Ravens ain't scoring no more than 13 points this game.
Oh, damn. He said 13. I like this talk.
Because if you looked at how they played in some of their losses and everything, granted they got 19, they had to play catch up in that game against the Colts. And then when they got burned by Pittsburgh, of all teams, Pittsburgh with no quarterback, which is absolutely crazy to me. I mean, this team can be had.
Lamar Jackson fumbled. TJ Watt cost him the game right there. Made him fumble. So I remember that game. I watched that one too. But yeah, those are some good keys. On offense, I'm with you, DJ. And I expect, they have their formula. Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, Pacheco. Those are the three major guys that are going to get the ball. There's no discounting that. Pacheco's going to get the ball. Rashee Rice is the number one wide receiver, and Travis Kelce is right there with him. It's like a 1A, 1B type deal. So I think those three are the main cogs. But we do need an MVS to get a couple big catches. I don't need him to do 100 and whatever he had in the AFC Championship game, which it would be nice. But if he can give us 2 big catches, and at the end his stat line is anywhere from 70 to 80 with some big catches, I'll take that, because now you're going to force the defense to play back. Now they can't stack 8 in the box, and then you run their asses with Pacheco.
But you know what? Even so, I just thought about this. You know who also I think going to make the big plays if it's not MVS? Hardman. Because he has a way to stretch the field. I think they're going to get it right.
Yeah. I look, I know Hardman.
Yeah, he in the doghouse. No, say it.
He fumbled the football twice last week.
He did.
This man he almost cost us the game last week with the fumble in the back of the end zone, because we scored there. That game is over. Like that's the kill shot for the Bills. They were not going to come back. But I do expect them to get the ball. They're gonna do an end around with McCall, because his speed is just too much, and you have to use it some way somehow. Now, I would have rather in the end zone them gave the ball to Clyde, because Clyde is
what they should have done.
He's solid. I think he could have got in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe he would have got in the end zone and scored. So, but
we're talking about Andy Reid. Common sense just doesn't.
I know. I know. But I think he's going to use Miko. But I still think MVS has to have some big catches in this game, because, like I said, I expect Rashee Rice and Travis Kelce and Pacheco to get theirs. They're going to get their touches. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Isaiah Pacheco is the most important player on this, because if he's running the football and getting 4 yards a clip, then we're gonna run their defense down. They're gonna get tired. By the time third and fourth quarter, they're gonna get huffing and puffing. Nobody wants to tackle Pacheco. Nobody, because his running style is way too rough. Nobody likes hitting him for 4 quarters, tackling that dude. Yeah,
I feel you.
And then on defense, Justin Reed. Justin Reed has to give me the same thing he gave me last week. He got to be out there hitting, because he's going to be the one probably guarding Likely. He's going to be the one guarding these guys, these running backs out of the backfield. So I need you to put the licks on them like you was putting on them last week. You was hurting people. You was trying to hurt people last week.
Oh, he showed.
So so I need that again. I need that effort and in coverage. He's gonna have to be on point in coverage because these tight ends. I'm more concerned with these tight ends. Not really Mark Andrews. I think Mark Andrews is gonna be on the pitch count because he's been out for 2 months and
Yeah, it's just
he's got to
November.
knock.
Like, come on, like
He's got to knock the rust off. He's gonna be more so likely. Likely he's gonna start. Now they will use a lot of two tight end sets, and there was his name Picard kid. He's going to be
Yeah.
out too. They're going to use him as a six blocker or whatever like that. So they'll probably lose a lot of stuff where he's in the backfield, or kind of use him like a hybrid type tight end with Likely and Mark Andrews to run the football. But Justin Reed is going to have to be on point because if Willie's out there, I know Willie probably going to be the most important because Willie's going to be the one spying Lamar Jackson because he has the speed to keep up with Lamar.
yeah.
Now I'm with you, Mar. With Willie, he can't be over pursuing and getting too crazy. He's got to be on point and read it right and contain Lamar Jackson to where I'd rather you make Lamar Jackson break it outside than him growing up the middle. He go up the middle, he might be out.
Yes, problem. Here's a name on defense that I think as Chiefs fans we should look out for. Mike Purnell.
Yeah.
Sitting right next to Chris in the middle.
Mhm.
Because Mike is a big dude. That's a big boy. And we brought him back specifically to stop the run. And with Nandi being out for sure for the rest of the postseason, Mike Purnell is man. That's a mountain of a man to move in the middle, man. I don't think people realize how big Mike Purnell is. Like he's a big dude, and I think his pitch count is definitely going to go up. Obviously, he'll probably share some time with Wharton, but I would like to see Mike Purnell probably get majority of those carries again, especially in running situations where you know for his fact that they're going to bring in that extra blocker on the Ravens side just to solidify the middle and hopefully plug that middle up in because I think that would be key big time for sure. So that's a name that just popped in my head a second ago. I'm like, because I've been loving what he's been doing. Obviously, he's been kind of taking on a little bit of double team so that Chris doesn't have to always take on the double teams. Because
Mhm.
I mean, that's how big Mike is. Like he
Yeah,
makes
he's
makes
huge.
his phone look small. Like
Yeah, he's huge. He's
so.
huge.
I think that was a big signing by Brett Reese late in the season to bring him in, and
I
so
would,
that,
I would, I would
yeah,
like them to move up um, from the practice squad Isaiah Bugs because he's another
yeah,
big body dude that
I think
I've
they
seen.
will.
I think they need to move him up. I'm scared they won't because they put you know not like what's his name Walton um
Wharton,
uh
Gerald Wharton,
Warden, yeah,
yeah,
to see yeah, I like Warden, and I like I don't like Mike Dicker. I don't know why they keep putting that Dickerson guy up in there. I don't know, Brett Veach love him or something, or Spags love him or something, but they keep calling him up, but he's not good at run defense whatsoever. Um, they need to bring Bugs up
Mhm.
to be next to Chris, or there's gonna be some packages because you saw sometimes like I was a little nervous because Chris Jones was sometimes on the sideline. I'm like, what's wrong
yeah.
with Chris?
I'm like, what the hell going on?
I thought he was hurt. I was like, no, not him being hurt. And then he was on the pitch count, and they sometimes will have Warden and Purnell out there, and Team or Dickerson out there too, and they was just running it right up the gut. And I don't want to see that again. But I think they're gonna sell out on the run, so they're gonna make Lamar try to pass the football down the field. So
As they should. Um, but that does. I feel what you said, man. That kind of scares me a little bit if they just sell out for the run, because takes nothing but a little play action and likely sitting there wide open on a sellout on the run. But I mean, hey, you got to take calculated risks in need be and when needed.
it's almost a pick your poison type deal. Like, would you rather Lamar Jackson run all over you, or would you rather Lamar Jackson just throw the football? You'd rather him throw.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He has more. It's more likely him to throw, a pick or something like that than him fumble. I mean, he fumbles the football, but what's the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's funny you
But
say
even
that.
so,
We need a turnover. We need a turnover in this game.
we do.
We got to steal at least one possession from Lamar and give an extra one to Pat. We need at least one.
And I
but even
think
so,
Mike.
that's what I'm saying. The difference is that sometimes you get too much to choose from. Like at least when it was just Andrews and like he didn't have as much of a receiving core he did, it was more so Andrews, so he was a little bit more confident with. So you just kind of did that. But sometimes with some quarterbacks, they go into when they play these really good defenses and everything, they have so much to pick from, they have no idea where to look. But so it could be a challenge for Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson, when he gets himself in trouble, and he has a history of doing this, is that he tends to overthink. And that's what will cause him to have all these turnovers and make these bad decisions. Even with the fumbling problem he had too, that was part of it. Was attributed to overthinking too. Sometimes you run, do you slide, do you try to? It's like you're trying to do too much. So for Lamar, he just has to simplify the game. But we're not in the best interest of trying to look out for him. The reality of it is to force him to overthink. Make sure that certain things ain't there. Defense, the secondary has to be physical. Make it just a one-on-one where he's got to try do pitch and catch, and most likely it's not going to be Andrews. It's probably most likely going to be likely. It should be a tight end game more than anything. Tight end and running backs.
Let me ask you a question. Do you, because Nick Wright brought this up on First Things First, and he said, will it be a bad thing for Andrews to come back because you know that was his favorite target, and
yeah,
will he hone in on Andrews because you know you never want to see somebody getting hurt, but the Andrews injury kind of forced him to have to go to other people like a Zay Flowers, like a, you know what I'm saying? But now that he has a safety blanket back, you know what I'm saying, he might tend to force him into Andrews, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's something to look out for, you know.
Hey, that's actually not a bad take. But I'm still at just logical thinking. I'm like you, Chris. Like this dude ain't played since early November. Like
That's what I'm saying.
how exactly do you
everything.
it's not like they got a game to get prepared for this for him to get ready to get knock some rust off. This dude is literally activated now, and you got a game on Sunday. This is your first game back. Like I know you could practice, but you can't simulate an AFC Championship game and
Yeah.
getting hit and getting touched like that. So my thing is like I you pay attention to him, but I don't think you change his scheme just because he's back. I mean, you obviously you understand the love that he has for Andrews, but I don't think you go out of your way to Now I say this. Now if he gets going, get 3-4 catches now Spags. Now come on, you don't wait. The man got 8 catches, 120 yards, and make an adjustment. Please don't do that. But
Right.
like, I don't think throw your whole game plan out that you've been planning on all week just because a guy is coming back that ain't played in. Come on, man! This dude got to be rusty than a damn 72 deuce in the quarter that's been sitting in the damn garage. Like, I don't think it's gonna take a minute to knock that rust off.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a decoy in the time where if he's gonna get used a lot, it's gonna be in the red zone. That's the only place where it makes the most sense at all. That's why it's going to be key for them they cannot play these games with the Baltimore Ravens in the red zone. They've got to do everything they can to prohibit them from getting into that red zone because they're the sixth best, I believe. I mean, I think you got three of the four teams are top 10 when it comes to red zone, playing the red zone offense. So you just gotta do what you can to keep them outside. If you gotta play the field goal game with them, then so be it. But this game is going to be really ran through their tight ends and running backs. If the mind of hardball, that's just what I'm thinking. It's probably going to be ran through their running backs and tight ends. I mean, the receivers. I mean, you got the Chiefs are not exempt to their respect too. I mean, the fact they don't talk about this Chiefs defense enough is absolutely crazy. But people are going to learn. That's why I just think it's going to be more so ran through. I mean, likely he's probably going to get more attention, so you got to be careful with him. And that's part of why the health of Bolton is going to be questionable. You got to hope that he's on his P's and Q's ready to go, hopefully, or, it's going to be tranquil, and hopefully we ain't got to see Harris on the field. But like I said, I expect him to play extended drives. But they got to be smart in managing it.
Hey, and you said something that caught my ear. You said physical on these wide receivers and tight ends. man, the moment that the ball is hiked, man, punch these motherfuckers in the
You
mouth.
Sneak on. Don't let him be on Zay Flowers. He might stone
And
cold
and truth
stun Zay Flowers.
and truth be told, I would not mind Snead taking an early penalty if it was like a unnecessary roughness. Set the tone. I would not oppose that if that happened on the first drive or something like that. Set the tone. Let her know this is what's going to be.
Well, the reason why I wanted to reiterate your take is because if you kill the timing with these wide receivers and these tight ends, that's when you get Lamar guessing what do I do with the ball, and we've seen him duck and ditch and do some Houdini shit. He got a couple sacks this year, but we also seen him get taken down and fumble. That's when, hey, Snead, my man McDuffie, even Josh Williams, if you in the slot or you on the outside, whatever.
Jalen Watson too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, get hands on these boys because as much as I wanted Zay Flowers in Kansas City, he don't scare me going against him. But just because I know what we have in the secondary.
Yeah. We've shut down way better.
Way talented more wide receivers. Yeah, so, hey, man, put hands on these boys like y'all praying for them, man. Hey, about to baptize them. Please. That's it. I mean, if you do that, mess that timing up, and it's gonna be a long day for them.
And throw it and expect a corner blitz from McDuffie because with his ability to be able to blitz off from his position in the time when his number is called, he's there every single time, and he's usually making an impact. He usually don't get much yardage when he blitzes, and Spags just happens to dial up those blitzes perfect when his number is called.
Yeah. Hey, and it's funny you say that. I would take the D line and I would force them to go to their left, where the left tackle kind of feels like ain't nothing coming, and then McDuffie shoots and hits that blind side of Lamar, and he'll never see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spags is gonna have some stuff.
Oh yeah, he gonna be cooking. He gonna be cooking.
Yeah, this is the game. This is the game where you basically empty out the clip. I mean, everybody talk about the Super Bowl and everything is the big game. No, it's these title games that are usually the biggest and the heaviest because
at the end of the
they
day,
know you so well.
Because at the end of the day, we make it to the Super Bowl. You giving Andy Reid and Spags 2 weeks.
Exactly.
The game plan. I'm not worried about them emptying that clip. They got more in the clip. Trust me.
Oh yeah. They got more than one extendo. Just at least they need to at least empty one of them this week.
Yeah.
We got banana clips out here, KC baby.
They gonna turn loose.
What's the key matchup y'all guys are looking for?
Ooh, damn.
As much as Jackson.
No, you're not lying though. You say who's ever spying Lamar Jackson. That's a key one. But I was making fun of Jadeveon Clowney a second ago, but he like you said, Chris, his took 10 years to have his career season. I need Juwan Taylor to make him look like he don't belong. I need Juwan Taylle to make Jadeveon Clowney look like the guy that's been traveling across the whole NFL for the last 10 years. I need him make him look like the Fitzpatrick of the D line because that's what the man's been doing. He's been traveling a lot. So, if Jadeveon can't, just disappearing again like he can sometimes, that's one less piece of that pass rush we ain't got to worry about. And I think that it to a degree kind of helps set the tone. You be like, that's one of y'all greatest pass rushes that you've had this season. Oh, he kind of quiet. Oh, well, let's turn this shit up. Let's go. So, but we also need Juwan Taylor. But to his credit, has been playing well. He has.
Yeah.
But I need him to still. I still need you to earn that $20 million, player.
Right.
I need you to earn that $20 million, player.
Yeah, take it up a notch.
Yes.
Take it up a notch. What you got, DJ Ant?
whoever's spying on Lamar Jackson. Like I said, the defense that's able to force the other team to be one dimensional first is going to win this game. Simple as that. But it's going. I mean, we always talk about the battle is one in the trenches. This one's going to be a little bit further back. It's going to be on the second level. Whichever second level performs the best is going to win the game. Obviously, they're going to favor the Ravens because of their number one ranked defense. But the Chiefs, this is another opportunity to be had where they have room to get more respect. Now everybody's starting to pay attention to Snead. Now people already knew about Chris Jones, but that second level, there is opportunity to be had, especially for those that want, like we've been saying, those that want to get paid that may not be here next season. This is the game to get it right here.
This is a money game for Willie Gay if he's able to go. This is a money game for Drew Tranquil because he's only on a 1-year deal. Whether he stays here in Kansas City or goes somewhere else, this is money for him. And if he goes out there and performs well,
and even so, I mean, the perfect part about it too is that we've seen the Chiefs execute when a defender was down or something like that. We see them handle adversity. When Snead went down last year, the other one stepped up.
They did.
I mean, will it be the same? I mean, will we be able to say the same about the Ravens? Granted, they are the healthier team going in, but we've seen some of the most craziest, weirdest things. The 49er game last year, where one piece went down, and then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose, and that was it. So will it be and sometimes that's the biggest fear you're going to have on that Ravens side. Well, if one falls down, will the rest of the dominoes fall? Because sometimes that's all it takes. It's just that one domino to fall, and that's a wrap.
And also, this offensive line for the Ravens is not that they're not this vaunted offensive line that people think.
No.
Like Ronnie Stanley, as much as they try to make him look like he's just all pro left tackle, he gets they rotate him out.
That dude. First of all, Ronnie Stanley questionable, and in more than one way. He questionable with all his pass pro and run blocking, and he questionable with his durability. So I know they want to talk about like he's the second best left tackle, like he's up there with Trent Williams. Come on, bro. Like I just don't think that they should be putting that much stock into Ronnie Stanley like he like that. I mean, he good, but we ain't talking about like this dude is all pro elite.
Yeah. They rotate tackles in and out, so that's something to look out for too. Let's get into it, man. Let's break it down. Chiefs on offense. Mar, what do they got to do?
Hey man, kind of like I alluded to earlier, man. And it's almost it needs to be almost like a replication of last week. If you look at Pacheco's numbers, they weren't mind blowing, but guess what they did? They stuck with the run, and it opened everything else. It literally did. And then once you got your plays from Mahomes and Kelsey and get the touchdowns, you're able to run the clock out because they haven't shown that they could stop Pacheco. And it literally needs to be a replication of last week. No turnovers, like Nani says right there. No shooting themselves in the foot. It was a relatively clean game on the penalties. Last week. And Patrick, dropped back 26 times?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need. I don't need Patrick flinging 40 times. We know he can do it and still get it done, but it's not necessary. It is not necessary when you got Pacheco, and I give credit to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I've been very critical of him his time here in Kansas City. I got to give him some credit. The times that he has taken some reps just to give Pacheco a breather. He's been doing well, and I'm not paying attention to that garbage time fumble. I can care less about that. Although you need to take care of the football, but Clyde's been doing well. Yeah, man, it's amazing how great the Chiefs offense looks when they stop trying to be cute and actually, play football and be physical. It's amazing. Hey, Andy. Did you notice what happened last week when you just played football? Did you notice what happened when you played Miami and just played
And,
football.
Andy don't take the regular season serious, man. I'm convinced he don't take it serious. He just be doing shit in the regular season.
Yeah. So
Rotating 7 wide receivers in there. Let's see what this guy looks like. Let's see Scott Moore. Like,
no. Yeah, it's, hey, play straight up football and tell your people to tighten up the chin strap and let's get physical, man. So and yeah, what Joe was saying, you got to make them expect the run because that's one thing that I loved about that Rams game in particular that I went back and watched. Hey, once Curran Williams was getting the cooking, yo, them jokers was so scared, man. They had no choice to put 8 in the box. Matthew Stafford said, "Hey, man, play action, Cup, Nakua, whoever else is open, because they was all open.
Marcus Robinson was balling in that game too.
Marcus Robinson was balling. Hey, bro, that's what I'm saying. So if they get that run game going, dog, there could be a chance we might see MVS in the end zone. There might be a chance to see Justin Watson in the end zone. Like there's gonna be guys open down the field because they
like Kadarius Toney.
he ain't suiting up. He not.
I'm done with you.
He not.
Oh, what?
He not.
I'm trying to dump on. And I ain't trying to dump on Sky because
Hey, well, we ain't got to worry about.
You don't.
Ain't gonna dump on the young man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But since he's been on the bench though, it's been working though. So you don't mess up a good thing.
Oh no. Keep it simple, Andy. KISS. Keep it simple, silly. Just don't. Come on, man. It's a beautiful thing when you balanced and that as much as they want to brag about this Ravens defense, I'm telling you, that was a beautiful thing. I was watching from the Rams what they did. It was beautiful. It was
and we know how good of a play caller Sean McVay is. I mean, he's up there with the best. I think he could be the next generation's Andy Reid if he keeps on doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So, what you got, Ant? Chiefs on offense.
Rephrase the question. What they got to do?
Yeah, on offense.
I mean, nothing else need to be said. I mean, you just got to keep it simple. Just go out there and play football. You ain't got to do all these ridiculous wildcat stuff that make no sense all the way in your own side of the field. I mean, just go out there and play football. That's all it is. Mahomes is a veteran. He know what he doing. Just gotta trust these receivers to execute. And sometimes I think that's probably what's been throwing off these receivers as it is. Sometimes you do too many of these gadget plays and whatever, and you don't make it simple for them. And then, granted, you can talk about the situation of them not getting open and everything. If this is the game where they got to show they can do the fundamentals, perform the fundamentals. This has got to be the game where they can do it. They're going against an ideal an ideal team to be able to do it. I mean, if the Ravens are who they say they are, they got to prove it too. Just as much as the Chiefs got to prove and get their defense to be respected, the Ravens have to do the same thing on the other side. The only difference is that the Ravens are the home team. That's the only difference. Keep it simple. Run the ball. Make sure there's good balance. Do not third and ones they have to execute, but more importantly, red zone execution. I mean, they got going last week, but they cannot play the field goal game with this team. I mean, honestly, the thing that would make I would say that will really take off the pressure and really put on Lamar Jackson, if you jump on this team early. If the Chiefs can find a way to put up 14 early and put the pressure on this team to try to come back, dealing with the adversity, especially with a young team and young receivers. And granted, they got Mark Andrews coming back. Put that pressure on Lamar Jackson. Put it on him. He the one that's got to defend why he the MVP. And what better way to do it against when you got the second, third best defense in the league? Very rare it happens, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. We need a balanced attack. Run the football with Pacheco, and force this defense to commit to the run, so you can hit a Travis Kelce on the play action pass, so you can hit an MVS down the field. and also, use MVS and McCole stretching and Justin Watson stretching the football down the field to make them think. They got to make them overthink. So when they think it's pass, you run. You run. When you run, you pass it on them. Like, you got to confuse this defense, and you got to throw a lot at them. The Rams, they were so balanced in their attack that it made them force their defense to think. Their defense is when they don't have to think, they just go see ball, hit ball. They're one of the best at it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can't take that away from the Ravens. They're one of the best. But when they got to think too much, that's when you can catch them off guard. So
Stutters.
And even so, though, here's the funny part about it too, to prove your point as far as that with the disrespect, right? So we always want to compare, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, and everything. Well, they played the Dolphins. They played the injury riddled Dolphins, and then there were pieces missing from the Buffalo Bills. So, I mean, we can kind of make the same case, even with them coming off of their bye week, going into a rookie and C.J. Stroud, who never been at this level at this point, playing against with a young receiver group, and they ain't had nothing to show for it, and it showed realistically. They couldn't score one offensive touchdown, but you're talking about going from C.J. Stroud to Patrick Mahomes, somebody who's been there the last six. Don't expect the second half performance like it was last time, because if it's anywhere like it was, where it was 10-10 or something like that, they don't get that kind of second half game. And the Chiefs have been rising. They've been improving in the second half scoring. And the proof is in the numbers. They had what, 13 at the half last week, and then they ended up putting up 14 against a pretty decent Buffalo team.
They went down the field in 3 plays and scored.
And they should have had 21 last week in the second half. If we're really thinking about it, I mean, but like you said, Nicole Harmon.
With that too, but Mahomes, he missed Kelsey in the corner, and then he missed MVS. So their first drive should have been 7, because they both were wide open. They just miscommunicated. I think he wanted Travis Kelsey to go wide out to the pylon, and
I remember that play.
He flattened it out a little bit too much, and then MVS, he just overthrew MVS.
Yeah,
I just think run the football, get a lot of 3rd and 2s, second and 3s. Just shorten it out. Just go down the field like that. That's what the Rams did. You know what I'm saying? Just go down the field. That's what the Colts did when they played them. Zach Moss was killing them. It wasn't even Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
It was Zach Moss that was killing them. So a lot of short yardage type things, and we should be good.
Hey, to your point, Ant, if the Chiefs win the coin toss, I know they like to defer. I'm saying put the offense on the field and go down there, score, and start this game 7-0 and change the mindset. Sometimes you got to change the mindset, especially in their house, because let's be honest, pressure on them. We've been there, we done that. As much as we want to get back to it, we've been there, done that. They got to prove that they can hang with the big dogs. They the ones that got to prove that they can win the AFC Championship Game and get to the Super Bowl. That's on them. You know what they doing? They bringing Ray Lewis to the game.
They bringing everybody.
I saw that.
They got Shaq, DJ, and they got goddamn T-Pan, buy me a drink. Well, guess what? Y'all bringing all these motherfuckers in. Y'all better seeing all these motherfuckers home sad. So that's why you need to go ahead and set the tone and change it up from the get-go. Put the offense on the field, drive that bitch right down the field, put it in the end zone, and say, you see, what's that behind you, Chris? It says what? Champions? It says champions, right? That's what champions do. Change the tone on this bitch. Y'all want to bring all these motherfuckers in here and have a party in Baltimore? They got everybody coming. Everybody. Ray Lewis, bringing all-time Rail Suggs, who happened to win his last Super Bowl in the Chiefs uniform. But y'all bringing all the jokers with you. Okay, so if y'all want to have a party, then let's dance. But at the end of the day, man, put the offense on the field, drive, end zone. You talking about pressure?
We about to have Ray Lewis looking like how he looked in his murder case.
Shook. Hey, turn that boy to a certified Christian real quick.
We about to have him go home like he gonna be calling to see Johnny Cochran.
He's like, yo, where Johnny buried at? I got the money to reincarnate him. What's up?
There's a pro and con to that though, because it's like I agree to an extent, but also the stat that stands out to me as far as with the Chiefs is that they in the last 2 minutes they are the best of the business of scoring and closing out a half. So so depending on that situation, here's the thing: if the defense sets the tone and gets the first stop, and then the Chiefs get the score, that works out even better, because then if the Chiefs get the score like they've been doing the last 2 minutes, they got it very close, I believe. Even in the Buffalo Bills game, they got very close, but then Buffalo, I think they got a cheap one at the end. But that's for another day. But the bottom line is what they end up scoring on their last drive to close out the half. But if the Chiefs are up in that situation, and then they close out that half, and then they turn around, get the ball back, and they do the same in the second half, that almost, I mean, depending on the situation, it almost could put a nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
because the Ravens trying to come back in those situations, and we seen what happened when they performed against Cleveland. They had a lead, and then it dwindled and disappeared like it was on the mark. I'll put you like this: if the Ravens are down going to the fourth quarter, ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
Because they are usually sleepwalking in the fourth quarter of tight games against good teams.
Yeah. All right, Chiefs on defense. What they got to do?
Oof. Hey man, it literally starts with containing Lamar. Don't let him run. I know you got to stop Gus Edwards and Hill, and hell, you got to stop Dalvin Cook. Got to stop them. Yes, we do. We got to stop the run as a whole, but it starts with Lamar. You can't let him get outside. Can't let him. Got to set the edge, and you got to plug the middle. You got to make them think. You gotta put them on pause, especially in those passing plays where it's the secondary is doing their job and he's looking for somebody, because that's what he's been doing this year. There's been times the dude is standing in the pocket for like 6-7 seconds and looking for somebody to throw to. So make him think. I just think if they can make sure that they allow no explosive plays from Lamar and keep him in the running game at a minimum, I think it's a done deal.
What you got, Ant?
Keep him in the pocket
Mm-hmm.
and make him one dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
And if the corners do their job, the receivers ain't gonna be an issue. I mean, if all you gotta do is zero in on the tight ends, basically do the very same things that everybody been doing to y'all in the very beginning. That's all. That's all it is. They took away Kelsey. They tried to force him They tried to force Mahomes to throw to all these other receivers. It's basically going to be the same thing in return for Jackson. You take away those receivers, try to make them force the issue to these tight ends, and make sure these linebackers are doing what they're supposed to do. Make them try to go one dimensional.
Yeah, I agree with all that, but my main thing on defense: energy, energy from the jump. I don't want to see this first quarter, sleepwalking and Lamar and them was running the football down y'all throats, and then y'all wait till the second half to wake up. No, from the beginning, we do not want them to be revved up. That crowd is going to be rocking if they're running the football on y'all. Lamar Jackson's able to make plays. Gus Edwards running on you. Dalvin Cook and Justice Hill. If they're making plays, and then the tight end likely's making plays, their offense is making plays. Start fast, start early, get on them early, show them, set the tone. Look, we in your house, but we putting our feet up in your house. We in your kitchen, we eating your food.
Man, drinking all your food.
All of it. Wear your pots and pans out, because I'm about to fry some chicken up in here. That's what I want to see.
I didn't smack your chick on the ass. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? I pushed your kid over, knocked him out, playing his PlayStation right now.
Get off these sticks, little boy.
That's how they got to be. They got to start fast with energy. I want to see them flying around. I don't want to see none of that. Oh, I ain't worried about Bucky.
Yeah. I ain't worried about Bucky.
I ain't worried about Bucky.
But
Hey,
and even so, the other side about this is that usually when the media and everybody else usually is one side, they rev a team up, and we're victims. The Chiefs are victims of it too.
Mhm.
They usually disappear. So all this Baltimore attention, them getting revved up, being one sided, like I've seen this before.
Yep.
I think it's a recipe to where they can just come out womp.
Flat. They come
and
out real
and then, and
flat.
then and then all the criticism that the Chiefs and then as far as offense, when that's the thing about it, when they don't talk about the opposing offense or they're very quiet about it, they're talking about the regular season stuff like that. I don't know. And usually I'm good at predicting these things, but in the conference championships, usually the way it goes, one of them is close, one of them is a blowout. I mean, I got my thoughts on Detroit, and I'm pretty sure we'll touch on that at the end.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's go and get to it, fellas. Score prediction. What you got?
Give me 24-17 Chiefs. 24-17.
Okay. What you got, Ant?
Chiefs are going to empty the clip on this team.
Ooh.
30-17.
Ooh. I like it. I like it.
Nobody's picking this offense to do anything, and there's nothing more dangerous when you talk about a team and you criticize them, not knowing what to expect, and then all of a sudden they empty out that clip, and then next thing you know, you look up at the half, they got 17, 24 points. I don't know.
Okay,
And
Joe.
then they're going to talk about what happened to number one.
I hear you, Joe.
Man, he trying to price is right, bargain price and everything. I said 17, go to the number down. You ever see that on the Price is Right? $1, like really?
$1.
31-21. Okay, Tammy, I see you, Tammy. I'm going 28-17 Chiefs. I just think they're gonna do enough on defense. The offense is gonna score when they need to score. Buckner may kick a few field goals, but yeah, I'm going 27-17.
I'm with it.
And we go back to the Super Bowl to get back to back.
Hey, I'm with it. Because wait, and here's a thing that I think a lot of people are not putting into this factor. Since there's a lot of guys that's been on this run with the Chiefs for the last,
way too close for me.
Yeah, that's way too close. There's a lot of people that's been on this ride with the Chiefs for the last 5-6 years, and man, they really mad that they didn't back to back after 54 and 55.
So they feel like they was playing with one hand behind their back in that game.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of guys that want to be like, hey man, we had an opportunity to get that back to back last time. Well, let's get it this time. And hey, you talking about people that's motivated. I was watching Up and Adams, K Adams little podcast. And Clyde won it. And he's in a contract year. Like you said, Drew in a contract year, Chris in a contract year, Willie in a contract year. Man, we got a lot of guys that have contributed on this team.
Darius Sneed
in the contract year, though. Hey man, go ahead and put another ring on their finger, and whether you happen to stay in Kansas City or not, they can't take that away from you, my dog. Can't take it away from you.
Yeah, for sure.
It helps get you paid, right, Ant? Help get you paid. Hey, they pay champions.
Shout out to Terez Pele. He always said contract season always
and Chris Jones, if you get that sack, I mean, feel free to throw a 1% donation over here to the Arrowhead Chief podcast. We can make that happen.
Yeah, for real.
I'll be out there with signs and banners to say re-sign. I'll do whatever you need to do. If you throw us a 1% or whatever, 2%, I don't care.
Don't
give the little people a chance.
Oh, and relax. Don't say anything, bro. I mean, it's wild out here in these streets, bro.
Right. Yeah, that is fact.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be your recruiter and everything to be able to just say, get this man paid. That's the first I'll go.
All I'm saying is, Cat Williams said you had to tell Diddy no. That's all I'm saying.
All right, man. Let's pick the NFC Championship game. What y'all thinking? What you got, Mar?
Whew. Man, as much as my heart says Lions, and I really think they got a chance in this game. I really do. That secondary is cheeks, bro. It's cheeks, dog. I don't see how they can cover Debo, who probably will be limited, but he'll still play.
Yeah.
I don't know how they cover him. I don't know how they cover Kittle. I don't know how you cover Ayuk. I don't know how you cover CMC out the backfield. They're going to use Kyle Juszczyk, who's actually a fullback that they still use in the passing game and running game. So you talking about 4 or 5 options? I don't know how you cover all them dudes with that cheek ass of a secondary. I don't know how you do it. I'll give them a respectable 10-game, 10-point differential. But I think this joint could possibly get real ugly. How cheeky that damn secondary is, and then of course they're gonna hype up Brock Purdy again, and that's gonna disgust the shit out of me. But I'm saying 31-17 Niners.
Go ahead, Ant.
The way you counter that is Detroit would have to jump on them quickly. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, I don't know what the total is, but I mean, I hope everybody's smart enough to take the over.
It's 51.
Yeah, it's going over 51. It's going over 60. That's how crazy this game is going to be. It's going to be a high scoring first half, and I just cannot fix my face to sit here and say that I trust Brock Purdy because I've seen him in adverse situations. It's concerning. And even with the last week, they barely got away with that one because Jordan
Love helped him out.
So did.
This is that first down.
This is that new age quarterback, and even Mahomes, he's not innocent of it too. Because instead of throwing it away, he'll force the issue. I mean that happened in 2 games. Matter of fact, what's his face did the same thing down in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he did.
But having said that, it's gonna be a fireworks show out there. It's gonna be 37-34 Detroit.
Ooh, I like it. And how you
San Francisco gonna be playing catch up ball.
You know how you stop that offense on San Francisco?
Right.
You run the football.
Exactly.
Aaron Jones.
Exactly going to make it.
Aaron Jones.
St. Brown is going to be the problem, though.
Yeah, he is. Aaron Jones was running all over them last week.
Yeah, so
and now you got a 2-headed monster in Montgomery and that boy Gibbs coming out there to run on this defense. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna slow this game down. They're gonna keep that offense on the sideline, and Purdy's is gonna sit there and he's gonna get tight, and it's gonna be too close for comfort for him. He gonna throw a couple picks to Charlie Garner-Johnson, and I got Detroit Lions winning. It's gonna be high scoring, 38-35.
Ooh,
yeah, we on the same page. Yeah.
No, I really can see that. I really can, but I'm just looking at that second.
And I love you, Severus Ward. You've had an All-Pro year, baby. You did your thing.
Yeah, he did.
But St. Brown about to be running these routes on you, dog.
Better run a clinic on him.
Literally run these routes on you,
dog.
dog.
That spin cycle, dog.
And Laporta's healthy.
Yeah,
Fred Warner, you better be on your P's and Q's. Now that's the one thing. If Goff turns the football over, they're gonna lose.
Problem. Yeah. Hey, let's not forget. Hey, Jameson Williams, the speedster. All he got to do is,
give me one. Just give me one, Jamie. Just give me one down the field.
Hey, you saw how that secondary was over there holding and grappling and grabbing all the wide receivers.
Romeo Dobbs was killing them.
Hey. Ooh.
And look, I'm not saying because Jordan Love was making some throws in that game, especially in that first half.
Jordan Love was looking like Aaron Rodgers for 3.5 quarters. He waited till the last second to turn into damn Brett Favre.
The first one wasn't his fault. That was bounced off the receiver's hands and it bounced into Greenlaw's hands. But that last one, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I'm like, man, throw the ball out the bounds and live for another down. It's first down. What are you doing?
It's first down.
And even so, there's a reason why. I mean, it sounds. I mean, it's crazy though. On one side, we talking about trying to recover and get up to game speed and all this stuff as far as with Mark Andrews and with them acquiring Zach Ertz. It's going to be very interesting. It might be the very same thing red zone with him too.
Ertz.
That's a good idea.
Ertz.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that he has a real limited grasp on that playbook. So you give him a couple of plays and be like, hey man, just learn these real quick and we'll make sure we're running.
But that run game is very important. And for the life of me, what's his name? Dan Campbell. Please, don't do nothing stupid. Don't go for it. Don't try to go for 2. Don't try to get all these points. Just kick the field goal, bro.
Hey, you know he good
because here's my thing. Here's my thing, and when I saw that transaction take place, I said Detroit was doing their homework. You know why? Because guess who was beating them in the 49ers and Ravens game? Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, he was.
He was giving them fits. I'm like, okay, Detroit, I see why you made that move. So then you throw in Ertz as a little wrinkle in there too. So I said it's gonna be a shootout, and don't be surprised if we see some production out of him.
So we're getting Taylor Swift versus Eminem.
Yeah.
We're getting Drew. No, we're getting Tech Nine
at the Usher concert.
I don't know who else is on Baltimore because they ain't got no real rappers over there. I don't know.
No, I don't think that. They got trappers. I don't know about rappers.
Yeah. I don't know any good rappers in Baltimore. No disrespect to Baltimore.
Yeah. No disrespect. We know y'all got the Wire. I know that. That's it.
Y'all got Tank Davis. That's what y'all got.
I got boxers. Oh snap!
What am I wrong about? What I do? That's what it is. They want to see Taylor Swift in one suite, and they want to see Eminem.
And they gonna pay the both of them in the whole Super Bowl. Hey, that's crazy. Open the season with Detroit and KC. Ended with Detroit, KC.
Plus, I want my lick back. We already beat San Francisco in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see them again.
It's no different than last year. It's no different than last year. We talking about a game where they started with Detroit and finished against Detroit possibly, and then like last year they started the season in Arizona and they finished in Arizona. Sometimes
you got to shake it off. That's what you got to do. Big mouth, shake it off.
I don't know no Taylor Swift song. That's the only one I know because I got kids and they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My daughter listens to my oldest daughter.
It was on the Sing movie. Shake It Off. That's
it was on Sing. I forgot about that.
If I wouldn't have known about that, I wouldn't know. Like for real. Hey, it's funny you say that because I called Travis Kelce. I said that man's a hacksaw Jim Duggan because he walk around with that 2x4. Oh,
leave that woman alone. And furthermore, whoever's walking around here making these AIs of Taylor Swift
in Baltimore
and inappropriate positions in the crowd of Arrowhead, y'all need lives. Y'all some nasty mom. What's wrong with y'all? Spreading that nastiness on my timeline. Already bad enough that we see nakedness up and down the timeline already. I don't want to see that.
Whoa. I don't see nakedness on my Twitter timeline. What you doing on Twitter, dog?
Come on, man. Don't do that.
What you doing? What you doing on Twitter,
you
dog?
damn well know somebody retweeted some stuff.
That's the subliminal reason why they call it X.
Yeah.
They don't have a Twitter. They don't have a Twitter G for a reason.
You know, somebody you follow Boogie, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh, he gonna tweet some stuff.
I know.
He's king.
Well. Hold on, Joe. We ain't gonna talk about telling on ourselves on this show, right? We doing that because I mean, come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe. You kind of told on yourself a couple of times I've been here, dog. Like,
Thank you, Nani. You must not follow Bugs. Like, come on, man.
Oh, snap.
I just happen to get lucky and make sure I'm not on that day.
You must be. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Let me shut up. Let me shut up. We got sponsors and stuff, man.
Oh, snap. Oh, God.
All right, fellas. Another great show. Let's go ahead and land this thing. Give a shout out to Bet Us, where the games begin. If you go to our Twitter page in the pin section, you'll see the link to the Bet Us app or website. You can sign up, put join 125, and you get 125% sign-in bonus for whatever bet. That means 30 risk-free bets. So go ahead and sign up. I also want to give a shout out to Glitch Energy Drink. You need a little boost in your life. Get you some Glitch Energy Drink. Glitch Energy Drink offers a wide range of delicious flavors to suit everyone's taste preferences. Whether you're into fruity flavors like Maui Punch and Cherry Bomb, or prefer something unique like Blue Smurf and Grenades, there's something for everyone. Glitch Energy Drink is not only great for gamers and workout warriors, but also for everyday people who simply need a boost of energy. It's a healthy choice that you can feel good about. You can find more information and purchase Glitch Energy Drink at glitchenergy.com. Once again, glitchenergy.com. Remember to use the promo code AHGPOD to get 10% off your purchase and start enjoying the benefits of this delicious, energizing drink. If you look down at the bottom, you see the link emqpodcast.com/locker-room. If you go to that link, you see the locker room access of all the podcasts under Every Morning Quarterback. They got a Patriots one, they got a 49ers one, they got a Jets one, and they got ours, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. Click on the link. You'll see all our episodes from the past to the recent ones. Also, check out their podcast. They talk about everything league-wide. They talk about college football when college football is in, and they give you betting tips for the week. So go ahead and check them out at Every Morning Quarterback. Also follow them at EMQ Podcast. And whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Breaker, whatever you use to listen to your podcast on, Arrowhead Chief Podcast on there. So follow us. And if you're a first-time watcher on YouTube or Facebook, but specifically YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. So when we go live on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time and on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can jump in the live with Nani, with Joe, when Brian comes in sometimes, and everybody else who comes in and, is in the comment section with us. Come rock with us, have a good time, and talk about Kansas City football. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it's Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Twitch, whatever you use to for social media, Arrowhead Chief Podcast on there. Follow us at AH Chief Podcast. We'll follow you back because we're not Hollywood over here. Where you at, Joe? Earn your money, Joe.
We Hollywood, baby.
So, go ahead and hit us up. You got a critique, you got, topics, questions y'all want us to bring up on the show containing the Chiefs or even NFL base. Hit us up, man. We can give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to give you the best Chiefs content that we can give you. So, all right, y'all. Until Tuesday when we're celebrating another Super Bowl appearance. against whoever we go against. Maybe be Detroit, maybe be the 49ers in a rematch. Until then,
You might be. You going to open the night they go?
huh?
You going to open the night they go out here?
Go where?
They have the open for the open night festivities. You going out there to the Allegiant Stadium or Arrowhead West? Should I call it? If the Chiefs make
When
it,
is it? Is it Monday or Tuesday?
that Super Bowl week. That Super Bowl week.
Yes,
I mean, I go Monday because I'm off.
All right, if it happens, I'm definitely going. So we roll up there.
All right. We'll talk about it.
Hey, take a camera with y'all, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm taking my camera up there with a. I need to get that shirt though. I want that shirt with Josh Allen and Mahomes. I want that shirt. But
Yeah.
all right, y'all. Till next time.
All right.